if you didn't know by now, I am engaged. I've been engaged. I hope you knew by now. Actually, Andrew and I are engaged, but he's working, so I'm just gonna speak for the both of us. But yeah, 6 months. 6 months. Time has absolutely flown by. December feels like it was yesterday. If you missed our engagement, this is what it looked like. It was so darling, beautiful, gorgeous. I have tons of shorts about it, but I've never posted a long form. And I've decided I want to post more long form videos on here. So I thought, what better way to start one off than do a wedding Q&A? Because I feel like you guys all want to know. And I haven't really talked about it much. Also, I posted the little question box on my Instagram. And I'm going to answer your die-hard burning questions, all things wedding related. Oh! First question, already broken my heart. Is Merv going to be there? I don't think so. I hate it. There is nobody that wants their dog to be the ring bearer at the altar more than me and Andrew. Andrew's even more set on it than me, but we're getting married in Europe. We're getting married, we're doing destination, and I really don't think it's feasible to get the dogs there. We're not even getting married. It's a layover situation. It's not even one direct flight, especially Murph, he's 11, and I really wouldn't want to put him through an 11-hour flight just for us. Just for us, for like a day. How many dresses are you going to have? Ooh, I'm TBD. It's definitely more than one. Okay, what are you doing back there? Yeah, definitely more than one dress. I'm stuck between 2 and 3. This is just for the wedding day. Obviously, I'm gonna have more for rehearsal, dinner, and all that kind of stuff. But as for my wedding day, I originally had wanted 3 because I just feel like I want something different for everything. For my ceremony dress, I really want big. I want extravaganza. I want drama. I am not going simple. I am not gonna be a Carolyn Bessette Kennedy bride. I'm gonna be, you know, the cupcake on the top of the damn cake. Because when else can I do that? I can be Carolyn Bessette Kennedy core the rest of my life, but not this day. This day, I'm going big. But then I feel like I would want my reception dinner dress to be more practical, that I can, you know, like sit in. And then I also want a party dress. But then, if I started laying it out in my brain, I've been overthinking this. Then I'm like, I only get like half an hour in my ceremony dress. And how lame is that? I'll probably spend thousands of dollars on it, you know, all the photos, and then I only wore it for like 30 minutes. That's a no. Hi. So I'm still TBD between 2 and 3. I think I'll probably end up doing 3 because I won't be able to make my mind up. But yeah, somewhere between 2 and 3. Where I've said Europe, I don't think I'm going to say more than that. I'm not going to say which country yet. I might change my mind closer to the day, but at the moment I'm just going Europe. Andrew and I were in a very unique predicament where we live in LA, his family's in Toronto, my family is in the UK. So everyone was going to be flying and paying for tickets and traveling no matter what. So we just decided, let's go destination, let's go all out. Everyone's gonna be flying either way. Am I DIYing anything? I definitely want to DIY something. I might DIY my veil. I feel like that would be fun. I think it would be really cute to like sew butterflies or something into my veil. I definitely want to have something DIY'd, and I definitely also want to have See You Tomorrow incorporated, especially into the like bridal pajamas, bridesmaids pajamas, all that kind of stuff. So we'll definitely have some See You Tomorrow bits in there, and then hopefully I'll DIY something. If you have any suggestions what I can DIY, let me know. Andrew's dad, who is a chef, I made a TikTok the other day, and he is already plotting how he's gonna make our wedding dessert in a hotel room somewhere. He was already asking us, oh, are you gonna do a cake or are you gonna do something more location specific? You know how people will have like a big fruit tart or something instead of a cake. And we said, oh yeah, we would actually love to have something more typical to the area. And now he's already got a whole recipe dreamed up in there. And he's already asking questions about where he can buy bulk groceries on an island. What's the vibe you want for the wedding? So, okay, this is a good one. I always said I wanted colour because I'm just a very colourful person. I don't like everything too beige, bland, boring. When we picked our venue is so spectacular. I almost feel like I want to pivot. I want to do a 180. I want to do all white because anything less I feel like would distract from just how stunning the venue is, because it is coastal. There's just ocean all around, which was what we wanted. Andrew and I both really wanted to get married on the ocean. So there's ocean everywhere, and I feel like if I had like big pink flowers, it would just look weird. It would look off. I'm still deciding. I feel like we might go all white for the wedding day, and then rehearsal dinner we'll do colour. I really want to have lots of pink bougainvillea because that is just so European summer. So maybe we'll do that. Or maybe I'll change my mind and just have big colourful tablescapes and we'll just do colour all the way through. But where are you going on the honeymoon? If Andrew and I can ever agree, it will be a miracle. My idea of being on a honeymoon is being horizontal. Horizontal, book, cocktail. That's how I want to live on my honeymoon. He wants to go scuba diving, snorkeling, scaling mountains in the he wants to go to the Galapagos. I'm all for going to the Galapagos at some point in our lives, but the honeymoon? That's a long way. That's a big flight from Europe. So we're still arguing about that. So I'll let you know if we come to an agreement. How big do you want the wedding? Also, another TBD. It's so hard when you're doing destination. Our venue is capped at 130 people. It's hard to say. We have like over 150 on the guest list right now. Obviously everyone won't come. And then also, especially everyone won't come when you have a destination wedding, but 130 people is not even including Andrew's family. Andrew has a massive family. But yeah, our venue's capped at 130. I'm hoping it'll be smaller. I think 130 is gonna be a squeeze. Who's your maid of honor? Not having one. Andrew and I both agreed on this. We're gonna have bridesmaids. Why can't I speak? We're gonna have bridesmaids and groomsmen, but we're not having maid of honor and best man because it's just we're grown. Why do we need to pick who our bestie of all the besties is? I get it if you have a sibling or something that you want to be, but yeah, we just didn't feel particularly attached to that, and then we didn't want to start picking favorites, so we're just doing bridesmaids, groomsmen, no maid of honor and best man. When? Next summer. We're almost exactly a year away. I'm not going to say exactly how long because I do want it to be a little bit of a surprise. I'm trying to keep the date a little bit secret, but yeah, it's about a year away, which is ages away, but 6 months flew by, so I think we'll be there before you know it. How many dresses have I tried on? I've only tried on 5 or 6 at the moment. I went a few months ago and tried on a few, and then I've been so busy I haven't had the time to go and try any more on. I really want to try lots and lots and lots on, because even on my first round of 4 or 5 dresses I thought I would really love, I actually didn't love that much, and then dresses that I didn't think I would like, I ended up really liking. So definitely want to try loads more on. I think if all else fails, because I've just been traveling so much, I think if all else fails, I'm just going to do a trip and I'm going to go to New York and I'm just going to bang it all out in like 3 days and do like 10 dress appointments at all the different places, because I feel like New York is kind of the hub within the US for the bridal ateliers. And then on a separate note, my favorite dress designer at the moment, my absolute favorite I've found so far, is in Australia, which is obviously really far. I would never commit to a wedding dress without trying it on. Now I'm at an odds, like, do I go all the way to Australia to try on a wedding dress? I don't think so. Andrew's going to do Australia in December, maybe. She has some tour dates pending in Australia in December, but then December is really close. December's like not really long enough to make a wedding dress, I don't think. I think they say you need 9 months, and December is not 9 months. So yeah, I'm stressing about that. I think I'm gonna go and try a bunch on in New York, and then if I still don't find one that I love as much as the one I love in Australia, then I guess I'm going to Australia, babe. Oh, more questions about the pets. It's so sad. If you know of any pet transportation companies that is not going to fly our pets in cargo all the way to Europe, let me know, because I would do it. I just don't want to put them under the plane, and shockingly enough, Big Murph and Big Poop not going to fit under the seat. Do we have a wedding planner? Yes, we are using Sam Comer, Josiah. Their business name is Sam Comer. They're amazing. Love them so much. They did the Taylor Lautner wedding recently. Yeah, they've done loads of amazing weddings that we really loved. So those are our planners. Am I going to do a get ready with me on the wedding day? No. I definitely am going to hire somebody to do the content, one of those wedding content creators, because I think honestly I would watch those back more than I would watch like a really professionally done wedding video. But me personally, I will not be setting up a camera on my wedding day. That is one day that I am not filming. I will definitely be uploading lots of little shorts and lots of things around the getting ready process. I just won't be filming it. Someone else will film it. How do you start destination wedding planning? So we actually had a especially hard time because we didn't even know which destination we wanted. We just knew we had a very like specific set of requirements that Andrew and I wanted for a venue. We really weren't attached to a location like I talked about. So it was just kind of like we wanted our perfect venue that fit all of our bill, but we didn't really care where it was. Looked at Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, Croatia, Greece. We looked all over the place. Just one perfect venue. We wanted somewhere that had bars and clubs around it because Andrew works in the club industry. We did not want to invite everyone to somewhere like Tuscany, which is stunning, beautiful, but there's like very little to do there besides being at the wedding. We just knew that wasn't going to fly. So we wanted somewhere that had a bit of life, that had a nightlife around it, but we also wanted it to be coastal, right on the water, wherever we got married. And then we also wanted kind of a plethora of hotel options nearby. A lot of the venues that we looked at wanted you to buy out the entire property, which again is amazing, but some of those are so expensive. They were almost all the quotes that we got back to do that were like 6 figures plus. So a lot of people will do it and then they just ask their guests to pay for the rooms. But when we looked at doing that, it was like, oh, okay, so it's 800 US a night per room, and we just didn't feel comfortable putting our guests in that position where we wanted them to pay for basically a luxury hotel room in order to attend our wedding and be able to afford the venue and all of that. We just wanted people to be 100% comfortable, and we wanted them to have options because, you know, loads of Andrew's uni mates are going to want to stay in like an Airbnb, and other people we knew would want the fanciest of the fancy 5 stars. We wanted somewhere that did not have a hotel attached so that we could choose our hotel and the hotel for our families and the bridal and groomsmen parties, and then everyone else can kind of pick where they want to stay. We're going to do room blocks in a couple of different options and do discounts and all of that and try and make it as affordable for everyone as possible. But yeah, we didn't want to do a big estate where you book out the whole thing because that gets really expensive really quickly. I actually got really disheartened when I went to look at a few venues in Italy in February that our dream venue didn't exist, because we also didn't want it it sounded like we were so fussy. We also didn't want anywhere that was like a really old stately home, because those come with a lot of rules. We saw one gorgeous property in Italy, but it was like, if it rains on your wedding day, which Lake Como rains a good amount of the time, you have to get married inside, it was like no shoes on the hardwood floor, no speeches, no music, no dancing, no buffet. It was like you couldn't touch anything, you couldn't do anything inside this house, no photos, nothing, because it was so old that if you have a speaker on, the walls will just, the paint will disintegrate off the walls, which was like, you know, Andy's a DJ, EDM DJ over here. We can't be doing that. Once we started going through all those things, our options became very small, but then we did in fact end up finding the perfect place, and I'm so thrilled with it. Yeah, my tips for planning a destination wedding is probably pick at least what country you want to do it in first, and then pick the venue, and then you just go from there. And if you have an amazing wedding planner, they do most of it anyway for you. Will you allow kids? Yeah, we don't really have that many friends with kids, and they are going to be traveling, so if they've traveled all the way to our wedding with a baby, we're not going to be like, oh yeah, leave them at home. But also I feel like our friends that do have kids will probably want to leave them at home. It'll be up to them. If they want to bring the kid, bring the kid. What was the most expensive thing you didn't expect? Honestly, I feel like I've been pleasantly surprised. Almost all the quotes we've gotten back so far, I expected them to be worse. I think after I looked at venues and I got some venue quotes back, you know, the venues that we got quotes for in California were like $100,000 plus. Those were like a real sticker shock. So then once we landed on where we are getting married, and once we landed on our venue, which was really reasonably priced, now we've started getting quotes back for, you know, flowers and everything, and it's all not that bad. Maybe it's just because we're doing destination. Destination's the way to go, in my opinion. You brought in the big guns. But yeah, I'll let you know if I already answered it. Oh, now we've got everyone 15! Oh, that's a big dog. Poutine, how are we gonna get you to our wedding? We gotta have you there. At all costs. Woo. Okay, my favorite question is, will you be serving spice bags? He's actually already trying to find poutine, trying to source poutine on an island in Europe. It's gonna be tough to find, and if we have to use their native cheese, I will throw hands, because it's not gonna go well. He wants the cheese curds specifically. Has to be Canadian cheese curds. Will the pets be involved? Oh, I know, yes. I already said this. No, they're not. Okay, you already said that? Okay. I want them to be. She's falling asleep on my lap right here. Do you expect to change after you get married to Andrew? Love your videos. Nothing. Do you expect anything to change? No. I feel like we're already married. Yeah, pretty much. We already own this house. Yeah, we've lived together. Yeah. We've lived together 3 years already. We just rot in bed watching Netflix. That's married life, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not expecting any big changes, to be honest. What's the theme? I like that one, because there is no theme. Is there a theme? No, there is like a little bit of inspo that I have, but I don't want to say it because then that'll give it away. There's no, to me there's no theme. Like, I mean, it's not an open invite to dress like an idiot, because if our Oh, you mean like the dress code? I get that. Andrew and I, actually, yeah. I would love, this is my favorite subject. Andrew's dad asked us the other day, is there going to be a dress code? And he goes, no, and I said, yes. But not for the reason that you expect. I feel like people get so up in arms about what women wear to other women's weddings. You know, you can't wear cutout, you can't wear a slit, you can't wear prints, you can't wear red because that means you slept with the groom. All this crazy stuff. No, for the girls, there will be no rules because I trust women. You know who I don't trust? Men. Men will show up in flip-flop. My dad will show up in a pair of shorts if you let him. So the men are getting a dress code.
Well, there's so many things as a guy that you're not really aware of that are dress code problems, because you were so offended by the fact that I didn't wear a tie to your brother's wedding. I didn't think that was a party foul. I didn't think that was a problem.
Only man at my brother's wedding not wearing a tie, except for my dad. Only 2 men.
Chat, that's not a problem, right? She's just being dramatic.
Only 2 men at the entire wedding that did not have a tie on. My dad and him.
I hope you address this. No play song list.
Oh, we have a no play song list.
Any, like, Living on a Prayer,
Journey.
YMCA.
What's that Journey song?
Don't Stop Believing.
Hate.
Like, anything you would expect. This playlist is just solely curated to be songs we care about.
I'm also gonna bar Gimme Gimme from the reception playlist because my brother has this rule with his friends that if you play Gimme Gimme, you have to take your shirt off. He's taken his shirt off at Andrew's shows before. He takes his shirt off at every wedding when they play Gimme Gimme. You can't stop him, he's unstoppable. So I'm implementing the rule that Gimme Gimme is not going on until the after party because I don't trust everyone's shirts to stay intact while Andrew's granny is still on the dance floor.
Yeah.
He actually doesn't have a granny, but you know what I mean.
Ops on cheesy wedding classics, conga line, etc.
Oh, I would do a conga line.
No.
There is some wedding celebrations or like party celebrations that they do in the country that we're getting married in that we do want to do.
Yes.
Because those look really
that
fun.
was a mouthful to avoid giving it away.
I guess it's probably their version of the conga line.
It's a much better one. That's all I'll say.
So we are going to do those, but we're not going to do the Soldier Boy or the YMCA.
Yeah.
We might do the wobble. I really love the wobble.
Yes. But that's like the classic bar mitzvah song. I think sadly that has to be excluded too.
But I feel like everyone else would say the wobble's just as bad as the conga.
That's what I'm saying.
But I love the wobble.
What untraditional things do you plan on doing?
Bringing the dog if we can. A rave.
Yeah. Definitely go late. We'll go to at least 4 a.m. or so.
Yeah, our predicament that we have right now is our venue closes at 1, but we do have an after party location that's really close by that we can use all night long. But now it's how we transport everyone from the reception to the after party without losing any good vibes.
Yeah.
How do you keep the energy up in that like 5-minute car journey? Yeah.
Are you taking his last name?
Next question. No, here's the thing. It's not that I'm against taking it. It's just that you all know me as Madeline White, and I feel like it would do me a disservice to all of my audience that I've spent the last like 5 years building to just all of a sudden be Feddick.
I would never ask you to change your handles to Madeline Feddick. It's not as catchy.
But then what's the point?
I will say,
legally, sure I would change it, but then it's a lot of rigmarole. It's a lot of back and forth.
Look, I will say, like,
you know, we've got passports, then we've got visa.
Yeah.
So many things to change.
I will say one thing.
He's so against doing a hyphenate.
Well, I grew up with so many kids where it's like you say their full name and it like takes you 2 minutes to rat it all
White
out.
Feddick. 2 syllables.
Weird.
3 syllables. White Feddick. He won't do it. So, what's your opinion on cousin marriage? Is a good one. Is it? Are you contemplating cousin marriage?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You think?
Is he DJing your wedding or someone else? I feel like I deserve the night off.
Yeah.
I hope that's okay. I hope you're not offended.
We do have a couple of dream DJs that we would like to play our party already on the docket, so hopefully we end up with one of those.
Yeah, ironically though, they're not even like friends. It's not like we're like trying to pull favors or anything. We don't want it to be like super formal and be like, oh, well, we got this person to play. Like, we just want it to be fun and loose, kind of just like a high school party or a college party or a frat party. Shoes? Yes, shoes will be worn. That you will 100% be doing.
Doing a few. We did axe a couple, but we're doing a few. I'm looking forward to our first dance. We already decided on that probably 2 years ago, what that song's gonna be.
Is jumping in the pool after considered a tradition? If so, I'm all about that.
But we will be doing that, or the ocean,
yeah.
TBD.
Well, I guess that's like a 2020s tradition, but I'm super into that tradition.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing that.
That's a must for me.
More pets questions.
Outfits for the pets. Great final question.
Imagine Vinny in a tutu, or imagine this one, look.
Good luck getting... Good luck getting an honor, that's for sure.
I saw his mum sent me the video of that, you know, that girl that carried her Pomeranian as her bouquet. And she's like, oh, you should do this with Poutine. Yeah, I think she's a bit heavy. Questions are making me really depressed because I want nothing more than the pets to be there.
We're gonna figure out a way.
We need the pets.
We're gonna figure out a way for sure.
We need them.
Let's figure it out. Pets to Europe 2025. Let's go.
Okay, that concludes the wedding Q&A. Definitely next time I go dress shopping, I'm gonna vlog it for you guys. But yeah, let me know what else you would like to see from me here on this account, and I will see you next time.